Cool. So, all right. So, let me tell you a little story as we start this video. Well, first of all, welcome. Um, this was going to be a live stream, but due to reasons that YouTube wouldn't let me stream on my phone and I couldn't get an encoder for this laptop, I was unable to live stream this. So this is just gonna be a normal video. I grabbed some questions for this Q&A from my Snapchat. If you guys want me to make a Twitter so you guys can submit questions in the future, let me know. I'll see what I can make happen. And I'm going to be shaving off most of my beard during this just because that's something that I want to do, and figured it'd be interesting for a live stream, but it's also going to be interesting for a video because I'm a content creator. All right, let's jump right into it. Let's see, this thing charged? Oh, it is charged. That's wonderful. Okay, so first question. If you had 3 words to define your entire existence, what would they be? Quite the question to start it off with. I don't know. Probably something having to do with Jesus. I love Jesus. I like music a lot, so probably Jesus, music. Yeet? I don't know. I hope you guys aren't expecting too serious answers, because I will not be giving super serious answers. Generally, I'll keep this lighthearted, ideally. We'll move to the next question. So, here I've been asked to weigh in on the great debate, waffles or pancakes. I've heard it described as what you order from a restaurant is a function of how good the restaurant is. So, if you're ordering from a fantastic restaurant, waffles, because they have those are fairly difficult to mess up, but they can be really good. But pancakes you can get really good on those. Personally, I'm more of a pancake guy just because there's a lot more variety when it comes to pancakes in restaurants and stuff. But that's me. So pancakes are the way to go. Next question is, what infinity stone would you want most and why? I say the time stone, because I'd be able to, if I were to make a mistake, like say I don't like how I look without my beard, I can go back and move on and change things. Either that or the space stone, like the blue one. That would be real cool. Be able to move around and stuff. All right, moment of truth. Well, that's most of it. What I'll be doing is I'm shaving it off in stages. So right now, I don't know how well you can see. We'll try and do some lighting tricks here. Yeah, so I shaved off all this. and I left the soul patch and the mustache for right now because my friend requested that I take pictures along the way because that's, I don't know, that's what he requested. So, doing that real quick. And, okay. So, I'm going to leave the mustache because my friends wanted to see me with just a mustache. I think that's also just what I wanted to do. I think it'd be fun to at least try just a mustache while I have it. So after, well, let's get the soul patch off. Okay, so sick. So that's most of it. Now I have to go back with like an actual razor and shave off the rest of it. But the questions. Okay, so like I mentioned, the first question, I like music a lot. I'm generally a musical person. And so one viewer asked, what's the coolest instrument you know how to play, and what's one you want to learn? I think the coolest instrument I know how to play is drums, percussion in general, because it's such a versatile option. So I can play things like drum set or cajon or marimba, something like that. And it just fits a lot of different ensembles. I can do a whole lot of different, just blend in with a whole lot of different kinds of sounds. So I think overall, my coolest instrument, I don't know if that answers the question, is percussion. I do, because like, I know common instruments, I mean, that's why I learned them, but I can't think of like a interesting, cool instrument that I already know. What's one you want to learn? I do have this one. I would love to learn the traditional Japanese instrument, the koto. It's like a floor harp, and it's really pretty. It has like, I think it has anywhere from like 9 to 20 something strings, which is awesome, and it has like adjustable bridges. So you retune it every time, but it's not like a tuning peg like most Western or European instruments are. I just think that's so cool. It sounds really pretty. Okay, next question. I'm waiting for this water to get warm. Celebrity crush. Honestly, I don't really pay attention to celebrity news or gossip. That's just not something that I am interested in. I don't know. I honestly don't know. I don't think I'm informed enough on the topic to have an opinion. I have no idea. Sorry if that's unsatisfying. I got nothing better for you. Here's the next one. What's one thing you wish everyone knew about you? That I love Jesus. He's a cool dude, and he's changed my life. And I think if more people gave him the chance, as he really is, rather than the people that say they represent him, say he is, if you take time to really explore who Jesus is in the Bible, I think you agree he's a pretty awesome dude, if not the greatest dude to ever exist. Next question. if you could only eat one food for the rest of your life, what would it be? Now, there's a couple different ways you can approach this kind of question. You could come up with something like Soylent, which is like, for those of you who don't know, like a drink that has all of the daily proteins and nutrients and all that you need, so that you basically that's all you need to eat or drink rather is like a protein shake basically with this thing in it. But nutrition wise, I think that's probably what I have to say, just so I wouldn't like get like an iron deficiency or something if I just ate pizza or something weird like that. But for pure enjoyment, I would say eat one food. See, if it was asking me about type, I would say salad, because the definition of a salad is very loose. So like you could have a pasta salad, a regular salad with like lettuce and stuff, or you could have a fruit salad. You could have, there are like tons of different kinds of salads you could have, and so if you just had salad, you'd be able to have all this kind of stuff. But since he says one particular food, I think I'm gonna have to go with yeah, I'm just gonna stick with salad, because even if I can't mess around with the definition of salad that much, I can still put a lot of different things in my salad that would keep me sustained in a way that's necessary, I guess. So like like I could put like nuts in it or something for protein. I could put like, I don't know, if I wanted like a juicy salad, I could have like a ton of tomatoes or something. So that's my answer to that question. I have new blades here. We're going to try, not sponsored by Gillette. But if they want to sponsor, I mean, man, that food one got me hungry. Let's try, that seems like a bad idea. I'm going to be right back. Okay, so I was going to cut the box of new razors open with the beard trimmer that I was using, but this is actually my brother's, so I'm a little wary about destroying that thing, but I just grabbed my knife, so we're good. All is okay. So, I guess while I'm doing this, we can move on to the next question. What's one superpower you wish you had? You know, when asked this as a much younger child, I would say a superpower that allows me to think of a superhero and have that their superpower. I realize now that that's a really cop-out kind of answer. And so I won't give that here as to upset people, but I would say maybe, okay, here's my thought process here. With, to quote Uncle Ben, with great power comes great responsibility. So if I didn't want the great responsibility of being a superhero for the rest of my life, I think something convenient. Not like a be able to fly or not die or something weird like that. But this is actually a lot. But something simple like be able to hear a piece of music and immediately know how to play it on any instrument included. And so it wouldn't take out the fun of music or learning music rather, because all I'd have to do to make it difficult for myself again would be to play it on an instrument that's not included on the album, or the track rather. So say I wanted to learn it's a well-known song, like a Mumford and Sons song, say, like I don't know the ones off the top of my head, but like if I wanted to learn one of those songs, but on say like a keyboard that wasn't included, or like the instrument I mentioned earlier, the koto, if I wanted to learn like a Western song on that, wanted to do like a cover of it, I would have to learn that song for the koto all by myself. I wouldn't be able to rely on my superpower because the koto is not in that original song, like the original recording of that song. I think that'd be a fun power to have because it'd be impressive to people who do music. But it'd still be fun, and it wouldn't destroy me morally that I'm not constantly out saving people. So yeah. Also, it's very hard to shave and talk at the same time. That's difficult. That's not something I realized. Well, I guess it's not something I thought of. But next questions. So, if you could get rid of one major problem in the world, what would it be? I think I'm gonna have to go with, because there's always like the main ones like world peace or like the water crisis or like world hunger or something like that. But I think at least those could at least be helped, if not solved, by like people taking either personal responsibility or just I guess that's one of them. I would also say it's not necessarily a problem, one major problem, but I guess the lack of knowledge about different things or different ways of life. I feel like the world would be a much better and more interesting place if everyone understood each other. So maybe the limits of language, whether that be English, Mandarin, French, Italian, whatever. Fixing those limits, I think, would go a pretty good way in helping solve communication issues. And Lord knows we have a lot of those. So maybe that's like a world problem that I would solve for this. Communication, universal communication. Let's do some more. All right. This one has to do with the channel name. The channel name comes from a nickname of mine. My last name sounds like bagel, and so a nickname that I received along with my siblings, Bagels, and so I've been associated with that pastry or bakery item for a while with my friends. So is my family. And so one of the viewers asks, are donuts just glorified bagels? And I would have to say no, I don't think they are. Upon first look, I think they can appear that way, but they are, I think, they are cooked differently, prepared differently. Donuts are fried. Bagels are baked, I'd assume. I'm not sure. I'm not a baker. But I think that's part of the difference. if you would consider that glorification, I guess. I mean, frying something isn't, in my opinion, uber glorifying, but yeah, I guess so. One really obscure random thing that brings you immense happiness. I think being around my friends when there isn't like beef, I guess, between anyone. It's just people just being together, enjoying themselves. I guess that's not uber obscure. Um, Random thing, I guess. Dancing. I really like dancing. What kind of kid were you in preschool? This is a great question. I was a troublemaker in preschool. If you know me in real life, I think that might surprise you. I'm a fairly straight-laced kid in real life, in like my day-to-day life. But in preschool, I was getting in trouble all the time. I remember me and my best friend would like get caught for something, but he'd always be fast enough either to get away or to shift the blame to me. And I don't blame him for it. I mean, we're kids. What can you do? But yeah, I was a troublemaker. Oh boy. Anyways, and I think this note will end on here. This last question is simply says, "Why are you?" And because it was in response to a screenshot of my YouTube channel, I'm going to take this as "Why are you?" in terms of this channel. And I mean, my main reason for making this channel is I love making jokes about internet vloggers and that kind of culture that's kind of like, hey guys, what's up? And so it's enjoyable in a way that's kind of embarrassing to say, but it's fun to do that occasionally because I consider myself fairly reserved most of the time. And so just kind of be able to like be really wacky and quirky, as the kids say nowadays, just occasionally just was a fun, appealing idea to me. So I made this channel. I think that's why I kept the channel. The reason I made the channel was actually for an English project sophomore year of high school. I had to post my video tutorials somewhere, and so those are the first videos on this channel. I'll see if I can remember to link them in the description down below. Those are my milling machine tutorials. I had to do them for an English project, and I just continued with the channel. So yeah, that's been the Q&A, and this is me without my facial hair, which is kind of weird because I've had my beard for a little while, quite a while now. Not having it anymore is kind of strange, but I'll get used to it. It's new normal. So yeah, if you liked the video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. If you stick around to the end, thanks for sticking around. This has been quite a long video. I think it's approaching my other live stream in length. So yeah, thanks for coming along for the ride, and we'll see if I can get to stream some other time. If I can actually stream. I love recording with a laptop. I'm kidding. I don't like recording with a laptop. Anyways, I will catch you next time. Stay safe, be well, be merry. Good night.